If you're a Canva designer, then I believe you're at the right place, because in this video, I'm teaching you how to handle your client professionally as a Canva designer. And I would also share some of the things I do personally to ensure my clients are receiving the topmost satisfaction in any design project I do for them. Okay. Hello everyone, Benjamin here, verified Canva expert based in Ghana. If this is the first time on this channel, then you are welcome, because this channel is all about Canva. So if you feel like you need to learn more about Canva, I would highly encourage you to subscribe and hit on the bell notification so you get notified when new videos are uploaded. I think we can start on the first tip you need to know. So back in the days when I started my business in 2017, I actually struggled when it came to handling clients, because it was so difficult knowing how to do all of that. It's either the client didn't respond to my emails or just left me hanging even when conversations were going on. But gradually I've learned my lessons, and I believe I'm now at the best place to share my lessons and experiences so that you can at least learn something from that. When it comes to handling clients, I believe, in my own opinion, that there are 4 stages you would have to go through. Okay, the first one is a prospecting stage, and this stage is where the client doesn't know you but wants to work with you, and you also do not know the client.
Who are you?
But you think, okay, let me just go through to see if they are the best fit, because I believe that with any client you work with, you should be sure and you should be 100% certain that this is the client you want to work with. You don't want to get in the middle of the project where payments have been made, contracts have been signed, and you're like, this is not what I was expecting. No, you have to be sure from the get-go. Okay, so what you can do is you can have a form which I call the prospect inquiry form. This is how mine looks like. Okay, so I have a simple form with a full name. We have business name, email, website, or social media. Tell me more about your business. What service do you require? What would you like to achieve at the end of this project? This is where you want to just understand what the client is looking for. Okay, what vision do you have for this project? What is your budget for this project? Okay, and why do you want to work with me? The client should actually give you a reason why they want to work with you and not any other person. And also, maybe an extra thing is, how did you find me? Okay, so these are some of the things you can have in your form to make it easy for your client, to fill out and to get you deciding if you want to work with them or not. Okay, so this is a very simple thing you have to do. So now that I've shown you this, what you need to do is that when the client reach out to you, you can just say, thank you so much for reaching out to me and considering me for this project. First of all, I would want you to fill out this form to ensure we have a smooth onboarding process moving forward and working together. Something like that, or something around that. You can use ChatGPT or Meta AI to generate something, you understand? So you send them that with a link to the form so that they can fill it. Once they fill it and you go through and you think, this is a client I can work with, then we can now move on to the second stage, which I believe is called the interviewing stage. Okay, in this stage, what you can simply do is to send them your Calendly link or your calendar for them to schedule a Zoom call or a Google Meet call, depending on the platform you are comfortable with. Okay, so they do that, they schedule the call. Then what you have to do here is to understand the client based on what they have entered in the form. Ask them questions, understand them, get to hear from their mouth what they are looking for. I think that's the best thing you need to do. And don't forget to record the call when you are speaking to the client, because at this point they may drop some important things you need to note for the project. Okay, it's very, very important. One thing I would also say is, instead of taking notes, don't do that while you're recording the call, because you need to give the client your 100% attention, because sometimes taking notes can, it's sometimes distracting, most of the time. So recording the call can just do that for you, because after you can even pull transcripts, move it into ChatGPT to summarize it into bullet points and all of those things. AI is here to assist you. So I don't think you should be taking notes when you're speaking to the client. Record it, as simple as that. And during this call, I also believe it's the best opportunity to warm up to the client, make them understand you and you also understanding them. If you have any questions from the form, this also the best time to ask them. And even when it comes to pricing, the most important part, you can talk about the pricing in there rather than sending an email, which can leave you neglected, because from here you've build that trust, which makes it very easy for the client to accept whatever you propose. Okay, after you finish with this stage, I believe the next stage is the documenting stage, where you can send your client maybe your proposal for them to understand all the details concerning the project, things you are going to work on, the deliverables they can expect, and all of those things. Okay, and I have a sample I would want to show you. Okay, so let's take a look at it. So I have this very easy and very simple. Let me change the view into the scroll view. Okay, so we have why work with me. I give all the reasons and give my credibility, verified expert, and all of those things. Okay, and I add a personal touch over here of my writing. I actually wrote it, and added it over here. Then give some proof, people you worked with. You state all of that over here. Project details. Okay, so based on the core, you can summarize the project details just to help the client have an impression of how you understood the whole project, okay, or how you understand what you're going to work on. So I have that over here in an image of my setup. And the scope of the work. Okay, so you break the whole project into categories or into stages so that the client can know what to expect. Okay, so initial design concept, you create everything over here and submit with 2 rounds of revisions. Then we have the refine and launch. After this has been done, we have refine and launch, where you pick the feedback from the client and amend it to make the design fit what they are looking for. Okay, then you submit. So everything is here for them to understand. Then we have the timeline. Okay, so day 1 to 3 initial, blah blah blah. Day 4 to 5, what you be doing, 6 to 7. So you can break it down, and all this would be depending on the project. Okay, then you have your invoice also in here. Okay, very interesting. And the pricing terms, you can also state it over there. Then I have some client work in here. Okay, so some previous client work I have done, I just added it over here just to show the client some of the things I have worked on. Okay, so you can see what we have in there, and inside the proposal you can also have some testimonials. Okay, so you can see I have some interesting testimonials in here. Very easy and very simple. So once you send this to the client, they go through, and all this is to build the trust. Very easy and very important. Okay, once this is done, you now move on to the next stage. The next stage is a very easy stage, which I call the working stage. Okay, because now you have sent the client what they need to expect. You start on the project, work on it on the first draft. Especially once you finish the first draft, I would advise you, this is a personal advice to you, that instead of attaching the links of your Canva designs into the email and sending it to the client, I would rather encourage you to present the designs to the client. Let them schedule a call, go on the call with them, have a presentation where you show them what you've done so far. Explain the thought process that came about the design so that they can understand where you are coming from. This makes it easy for the client to, accept whatever you've created. If they don't like it, they'll let you know. Okay, but most of the time, it will help the client to, understand the thought that has gone into what you've made for them. And, they'll actually give you some feedback. Most clients will give you feedback so you can work on. All right. So once you receive their feedback, you work on it and, send them the round 2, where it can be another presentation, another call for them to easily see the progress of their project. Okay, and once they see what you are doing, it gives them that peace of mind that, okay, this person is actually working on the design. They know that, okay, progress is being made on the design, rather than just not hearing from you and all they receive is an email and all of that. Do you get it? Okay, so that's what you can do. Now, when you finish with the entire project, okay, the final payment have been made, you now have to present your design to the client. Okay, what I call this stage is the wrapping up stage. Okay, very easy and very simple. Now, make sure you are not just attaching the link in your email to send to the client. Create a document and attach the links in there, and I'm going to show you an example. Okay, I just call this the project deliverables. Okay, so welcome the document pages. I give details of what to expect. I create mock-ups of the design so that they can see how it can be used, and links to access the design. Okay, so once they click on this button, it would open the design for them to start using what I've created for them. Okay, and your review matters more. So just tell them to leave a review over here. A very simple document, but this would improve your pictures to your clients. I trust you, like this would actually do that. So make sure you are doing something similar to this for your clients, so that you don't have to be chasing the links. Well, maybe the link is not working, blah blah blah. No, send a document and let them know that, okay, you've attached the document where they will find all the links to the project in there, okay, so that they can download it and have it in their possession. So these are some of the things you can do to help you handle your client professionally, and I'd love to hear from you what you've learned in this video. If you also love this video, I'd recommend this video on the screen where I teach you how to add depth in your Canva designs. Okay, so make sure you're watching it, because there are so many things you're going to learn from this video. The name is Benjamin. Always remember, there is no limit to creativity, and I should see you in my next video. Peace.